Shouldn't be.
Moira with Hanamura. And you wrote a big wall of text for this one as well. Let's see here. The VOD is only 4 minutes. If you watch it from the timestamp in the link, we just captures the final round. Oh, okay. Big reason for me posting this is that you can actually hear my comms here. Awesome. Yeah, couldn't really hear that last time. I would really like feedback on my comms. Okay. 2.3k up from 1.7k. Hey, that's actually an awesome climb, dude. Damn. Nice. My hope is to climb to Platinum and Diamond, mostly playing Moira. I realize that her kit is lacking for high-level play, but her simple mechanics give me the opportunity to improve my game sense and shot calling. Yes, that is absolutely correct. I am working on improving my abilities with the more mechanical and more useful supports. Okay, Zen, Lucio, Ana. Okay. There are some obvious mistakes, missed orbs, out of range heals, and a couple bad call-outs. Okay, but generally I think this is a good game. Well, then let us be... Oh, shit. Oops. Well, then let us begin. Hey Shui, welcome back to the stream. We have missed you. We have missed you for sure. But wait, Boreas, you said there was a timestamp. This link got me to the start of the video. It's about 4:45, I think. Okay. And let's start at 4:45. There we go. You missed the non-sub badge person next to my name. What? Who did I miss? Oh, let's actually look at somebody's dad. And Sashi as well. And then who's this? This is someone who PM'd me a Twitch.
I don't forget I should actually voice and stuff for breakfast.
Okay, we've got some mods. Deuce. Well, Shui, only record VODs if you actually if you really want help to improve, man. Don't just record VODs because you can. Don't you want to get to masters? I believe in you. Should be easily doable. No, this is the one we start with. Okay, Moira win Hanamura. Let's look at your attack. I'm below 3,000. No, I know you lost a bunch because of your internet stuff, but that's easily fixable. Easily fixable.
They might set up with a bastion.
Okay, so you have a weird setup with the bastion on attack. Okay. I guess you've got some strategy going on in here. We've got the Mei too. Okay. And solo healer Moira, or there's your second support. Okay, you've got the Lucy. Okay. We try to get Bastion to switch. Oh, okay. Well, it's not the end of all things to have a Bastion on this point. I mean, especially against goats. Like you can just engage like slowly while letting the Bastion here destroy the shield as much as possible. So it's not that bad, especially down in gold, because people are probably not going to commit fully to rushing down the bastion and killing him. Mostly Reinhardts are pretty afraid, and a committed or a non-committed dive from the whole enemy team onto the bastion is not going to be enough to kill him. So it can work. It can work. Let's see. They have a Fire of Mercy behind. That is annoying. Alright, I'll be playing Terraria, but stay here and look by every now and then. Okay, awesome, awesome. Good luck in Terraria. We'll see you later. Are you hyped for OWL, by the way, Shui? Before you go, are you going to look? It's gonna be amazing, man. No. Unlucky. I don't follow OWL. Why not, man? It's amazing. It's gonna be super fun. But okay, so already. Pocketed Farah behind. It looks like that's your call. Awesome, awesome. This is really good. Really want to see some more of these callouts. Get nothing wrong with this, except the fact that you're actually trying to deal damage to him. You pretty much don't need to care about the pocketed Farah. Like your little tickle beam doesn't do shit. The mercy beam just out heals it. So right now you can't really see what's going on to the left with your front line. Like maybe the enemy, like Reinhardt or something, might be getting run down. Who knows? We aren't really sure here. But just acknowledging that the Farah's here and calling it out to your team is enough. And then focus on your job as the Moira, which is to in this case would probably like start hiding like behind the corner here to the left and just tell your team to start pushing forward, because you can't really kill the Farah. So the Diva takes care of it. Nice. Yeah, your tickle beam isn't even pressure. Like, sure, if you are a character that can actually pressure through mercy beam, then sure. But your right click does, like, what is it, 30 DPS? I actually don't know how much damage Moira does. Embarrassing. Moira wiki. Biotic grasp. It's actually 50 damage per second. That's what? That was a lot. Huh. 50 damage per second. Damn. Okay, then you're actually negating the mercy beam. Well, maybe it's a little bit worth it, but nah. I'd probably say keeping the Bastion alive is it's a #1 priority in this case. But okay, at least you got their mercy, so their main healer should be dead unless they have another one. We haven't really seen anything except Ryan's Arya. Oh, there we go. They have an Ana too. Okay, so they have another main healer, and that means they do not have any defensive ults to survive any ult combos. So what you can do when you see a team like this that has double main healers is to just save up for 6 ultimates. Like there is no way they can actually survive if you like speed boost in with beat, like throw a blizzard, a bomb. Bastion ult doesn't really do much, but like shatter and your ult at the same time. The only way to counter the press Q 6 times strat is to have a defensive ult. Like if they have a trance or if they have a beat and something and just counter all 6 of your ults at the same time, then that's bad. But in these scenarios, it is definitely possible and something to think about. But anyways, so you got the mercy, you're pushing in, but two from your team died, so and you're out of healing juice.
Up your shield.
Here,
Do your shield. Do your
shield
shield.
in front of me if you can.
So this is the problem with Moira. She can't really sustain fights for a very long time because she runs out of healing juice, and like that's not really your fault. You healed people who were taking damage, but Moira is more of an all-in kind of healer. So you like start the game by speed boosting in and brawling, and you've got a bunch of tags in front of you that you heal for 1,000,000 healing per second, and then you're out of healing. But by that time, you should have like your ult ready and another orb. Yeah. This isn't really on you. At least you've got your ult now, so you can still sustain for a little while. But I would probably take this opportunity here when you're low on heals to actually. There is a Zarya here in main that you could be damaging. Let's actually see when you run out of juice here. So here you start charging up a little juice, but Lucio dies unfortunately, and now you're out.
Healing orb going behind you guys. What are the
Healing orb unfortunately didn't do much
no,
since
they-
the fight was just done. Good call though. Good call though. I also usually call healing orbs.
to back up, reset good.
And wait.
Oh,
So
okay.
back up, reset. Good call. But the problem with the lower ranks is that resetting like this is actually pretty bad. This is a kind of a soft reset, and they're gonna push out, and they're gonna deal a bunch of damage. Your shield is gonna get low. You're gonna be forced to heal even more. So, like going all in at the start and then trying to get a few kills, dying and then respawning at 6 is probably better than doing this, unfortunately. Because now you're gonna probably go into the next fight with a low Reinhardt shield and you without any resources.
Up your shield.
Here,
Do
So
your
maybe your ult is gonna be enough to heal through
shield
that.
in front of me if you can.
I don't know where you are.
In the
Hey,
room.
Razor's
I'm low on
Okay,
juice, but I've got
let's see
ult.
here.
As soon as that May wall
Okay,
goes down,
ready to push in.
let's aggress. Let's aggress.
Okay. We're popping the Moira ult. We're going in all 6 together.
Look out for fire ult.
Unfortunately, the charge hits the May. Ooh. Okay. Pocketing the Reinhardt. This I like. This I like.
Support our Ryan. What's a free mercy?
Oh, and you got the
Mercy's
Mercy. Nice. Dodging the high noon with the fade. Nice.
Ready to push in.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay. Okay. That was actually some pretty decent play. So now the Reinhardt could really be aggressive, and you enabled him really well in doing that. Unfortunately, like your May got pinned at the start, and I think your Lucio just dies instantly as well. Oh, he gets shattered, yeah, and he dies.
Pocketing you, Ryan. Support our Ryan. Support our Ryan. I'm low on juice.
Oh, and your diva bombs all the way over there. Okay. No, the fate to support the Reinhardt was definitely good. Was definitely good. And I realized that I should have faded forward on high noon. Oh well.
Pocketing you, Ryan.
Like this fight is pretty much lost already.
Support our Ryan. Support our Ryan.
You've already lost 3. Yeah, you're bombing, and Bastion is coming back, and you get the Mercy.
Okay, the Mercy's dead.
He actually ate up a bit of the high noon, so your Ryan survives, and then dies. And there comes the nano. So yeah, no, the first fade, definitely fine. You get into your Reinhardt's range, and you pump him with healing, letting him push into the enemy team. That is definitely fine. Like the only reason that you lost that fight is because of the pin from the Reinhardt instantly deleting your May, and then the shatter allowing the enemy Zarya to just melt your Lucio. So at the start of the fight you were already down 2, and your bastion was like somewhere around here,
Hard reset.
somewhere around here at the back, like having a duel with the Pharah. I actually won the duel against the Pharah, so I'm not really sure what happened between Bastion and Pharah, but that meant you didn't have a Bastion on the front line to melt their tanks. So it was kind of a scuffed fight, but you definitely did your job. So this is a huge improvement.
There's no shield tank. There's no shield tank. They could just rush and kill us.
Yeah, and definitely in these situations, you've got your Ana.
Hard reset.
Your Ana just came back, so you definitely don't want to left click here. I wasn't really aware of all that. I find it hard to monitor kill feed. Any tips on that? Well, the only way to improve at that is to start doing it. Start consciously thinking about the kill feed. So every time, like going to a game and only focus on like ignore everything else about the game. You can do this in quick play or something so that you don't throw a game of comp. But in quick play, ignore everything about the game except the kill feed. So keep an eye on the top of your screen and just play on like autopilot and do what you think is best. Don't put too much thought into your gameplay. And then as soon as something pops up in the kill feed, look at it, acknowledge who died, where, and why, and then get back to playing. If you do that enough times, it is going to become like a habit that you're just doing automatically without thinking about it. So it's just practice consciously thinking about the kill feed to start with, at least. But yeah, here in the downtime, your Ana just came back, so she can take care of healing here. You just need to recharge your resources.
There's no shield tank. There's no shield tank.
So it's important that you have like full resources when you actually get into the actual fighting, so that you can
Shower here in a sec.
sustain people through the team fight.
I'll switch.
Okay.
So you can, since you actually have Fade, you can be a little cheeky. I wouldn't suggest this too often, but you can peek just a little bit. They don't have a Pharah or something that can actually one-shot you. So just peeking in and trying to right-click a little bit, even if you just like recharge just 5 to 10%, that's at least something. And if you get hit by something, you can always fade back to the big health pack here or the big health pack here. So peeking and recharging during downtimes when the rest of your team is regrouping is fine. It's fine. If they don't have something that can one-shot you, like if they have a Junkrat spamming in, if they have a McCree standing here with the flashbang ready, then maybe don't do it. But in this situation, there's nothing that can instantly one-shot you from full HP.
Vault here.
Okay, nice. Now you got the Widow.
Please. Okay, don't have please go anymore. Never mind.
Someone's getting.
She's getting rest.
They've rezzed their Pharah. She's got to be close to ult.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't have anything. We don't have beat anymore. Okay. I have.
Ooh,
ult.
I got Ryan.
Push down the middle. Push down the middle. Right now.
Okay.
Purple.
Oh.
Oh, I got her. Go.
Ooh, that hurts.
Okay, Zarya's dead.
Ooh, you survive.
I need heals.
Nice healing ball.
I'm coming in.
I almost went. Kill Ryan.
Okay. Porta Reaper.
So let's see here.
Okay.
Do you actually know the range of your heal spray? I thought about that earlier as well. You are spraying way too far away from your target sometimes. This isn't even close to
Porta
hitting.
Reaper.
15 meters, yeah.
Heals?
It's when you're trying to heal the Reinhardt here,
Okay.
it is not even close. This is like something like 30 meters,
Porta Reaper.
almost double the distance.
Run.
But this is fine. Now you're winning.
Tracer.
Nice. Finishing off with the melee. I like it. That was pretty good.
Okay, we got walls for the engagement.
Do we want to go up top? That way we can set up Bastion and Widow.
Yep. Top right. And
Wait, now I wasn't
Yeah,
even
wall.
listening. What did you say here?
okay, we got walls for the engagement.
Do we want to go up top? That way we can set up Bastion and Widow.
Yep. Top right.
For sure, good call
And,
by Reinhardt.
Oh, I got
do-
someone sleeping again.
Unfortunately, they're
feel
pushing a
there's,
bit too early. Your fade here, definitely fine. Like, you're probably not gonna get jumped by anything right now. Could be dangerous since they have a tracer, but
Okay,
Don't
Should
let the
be
tracer
okay.
kill me behind.
ooh, so
Fisher low,
close.
Fisher low on the left.
Okay, come on, set up here.
Here comes Runner.
okay, Ryan.
So yeah, I would say the only thing here.
Okay.
So this damage on the tracer, 100% fine. You almost finish off. Like, she's literally 1 HP here.
Fisher low on the left.
But trying to chase her
Okay, come on.
is
set up.
dangerous. Like, stuff is happening up here. They need healing. I guess they've got the Ana with them, but a tracer won't die anyway. If she goes away and takes health pack and then goes for the flank again, you aren't gonna be killing her anyway fast enough.
Here comes Runner.
Okay, Ryan.
Nice. Got your bastion set up
Nano
here.
or Ryan. Nano Ryan, drop down.
Coming up top there.
Okay, dodging the high noon, that's fine. Healing your people. Good ult, good ult. And finishing it off with the melee. That was really good. That was really good. I wouldn't play that any differently at all, actually.
Here.
Here comes Runner.
Let's look at it again.
Okay, Ryan.
Okay.
On
We
Nano
Nano
now.
or Ryan. Nano Ryan, drop down.
Coming up top there.
Well, your Widowmaker actually popped off there at the end. Huge. Oh, nice. Yeah, that was fine. That was fine since you were just cleaning up the point, and it was definitely fine. Definitely fine. But yeah, some huge improvement actually. There, this is amazing to see. I guess the next step. So now that you've improved on the basic Moira mechanics and her role together with like Reinhardt's or frontline characters, then the next step, you also did some pretty nice like pre-planning, like telling your team to use walls for the engage and then nanoing the Rein as he jumps down on the point. That was beautiful. Now the next step is to start thinking about what the enemy team has. So you got hit by Shatter when you ulted. That is something that you can start thinking about. Like, does the Reinhardt have Shatter? Do I maybe have to like try and bait it out by like going like AD strafing behind a corner or something? And well, thinking about, okay, they've got like 5 ults now. We should just do a dry push and be as aggressive as possible without using any ults to force a few ults out of the defensive team. And then you can go in with a bunch of Qs next game. Or next fight, of course, not next game. Just learn what dry pushes are. Ah, okay, cool. Yeah. They are definitely useful. Yeah, it is a bit much. Like, you aren't really going to need a whole lot of that until you get to like Diamond Master, I would say. That's when team fights actually start happening more coordinated and more frequently. So people are like better at actually regrouping and taking clean team fights. So that's when ult tracking becomes super important. But since Moira is kind of easy to play, and you started to master her basic mechanics, you can start branching out into the big brain thinking. At what rank do you think Moira's value really starts to decline? Diamond, I would say. Somewhere around diamond. Yeah, I would say somewhere around diamond. Just because the diamond is filled with people that have pretty good mechanics. And they can still kill through like your self-heal, and they can still kill through your raw healing. So like the good thing about Lucio as compared to Moira, so let's say you're speed boosting through a choke and everyone is so fast that they just dodge a bunch of shots. That is like way more, what can we call it, like effective healing. Like dodging 10 shots that are 200 damage each, that's like healing 2000 damage. It doesn't show up, but since you had speed boost, you just dodged a bunch of shots, and that's way better than trying to pump out 2000 healing with the Moira. That's an exaggerated example, but people become like mechanically better at shooting, so the time to kill decreases, and raw healing becomes way less important. So Moira definitely still has her place. Like, she has her place in a big brawly composition with a bunch of tanks, so that you can get like value out of your cleave healing. So like having a Ryan Zarya Brigade in front of you, that's why Ghost was so strong. Like, you have a Ryan Zarya Brig that are just super strong and deal a lot of damage, and they're all clumped up together right in front of you. So you cleave heal 4 people at the same time. You get your ult every 30 seconds, and you can like push with that all the time. It's a huge momentum based comp that just wants to go all in. But the reason people started going over to Zen goats instead of Moira goats is just because people understood that they could just dodge the actual brawl against Moira goats, and every time Moira goats tries to go in, the enemy goats just pushes or moves back. So they speed boost back every time the Moira goats tries to speed boost in, and eventually the Zen goats has more damage. So the enemy Rhine shield will get destroyed eventually, or they are going to be forced to like give up space, and the Zen goats can eventually take the point. So that's a bit how that meta change or meta shift happened. And same thing, like the Reinhardt, in Goats versus Goats matchups, the Reinhardt is always the first kill target. So the Discord Orb on the Reinhardt with a 30% damage increase from all of these brawling sources that just swing into him becomes too much. Of Lucio, Zen, and Ana, which do you think is the best to focus on next? Good question. I would say if you can learn how to play Lucio and shot call correctly, and lead your team, and start using a bit of ult tracking so that you're never surprised by what the enemy is going to throw at you, then I think that's actually the easiest way to climb, or at least for me. But it looks like you're kind of the same when it comes to gaming. Like you're communicating, you're thinking about what ults to use, and you like to tell your team a bunch of stuff. So in that case, I think Lucio is the best, because you have speed boost, you can lead your team and tell them where you'd like to go, and you can speed them when you see an opportunity. And his ult is just insanely strong. Yeah, the wall riding part is actually the hardest part. That's a whole other thing. But I guess they've all got their merits. So I mean, should probably learn all 3 of them. But so yeah, as a Lucio, like you're not super required to wall ride like a pro. Just staying with your team, just staying with your team and like keeping your Anas alive. That's pretty much gonna be your main focus. Like keeping your Anas alive and speeding your Reinhardts in when there is an opportunity to do so. Those are your two main focuses, and as long as you stay close to them, you don't really need to wall ride super much. But it definitely becomes a valuable asset that a lot of top tier Lucius use quite a lot to like get sneaky boops and shoot from annoying angles. So yeah, I think Lucius actually really good to learn. Since he shares a lot of the same thinking as well as Moira and Mercy too. Since you're mostly thinking about the state of the game and looking at your teammates, looking at your enemies, and trying to find opportunities to fight. Like Zen, sure, Zen you can actually carry. You can kind of solo carry with Zen since he's pretty much a DPS hero with a little bit of support with the Harmony Orb. And then the trance works kind of similarly to beat. You pretty much just want to try and counter as many ults as you can from the enemy team. Not interested in Mercy. Okay. That is fair. Mercy isn't super valuable right now anyway. Pretty much only as an addendum to Pharahs and Ashe and Widowmakers in some case. But okay. Yes, send me a Lucio VOD, and I'll take a look and see what we can start working on